Hey, babe. How did the second day of your work trip go? Isn't it really hot where you are? Yeah, it was ridiculously hot today. I guess I should have expected that, coming to a town at the bottom of a basin. We had rain all morning, so the humidity had the whole place feeling like a sauna. That sounds awful. You're done with work today, right? Yeah, I came back to the hotel and immediately took a long shower. Have you eaten yet? Yeah, I went to a corner store nearby. Don't worry. Make sure to eat something healthy, okay? Getting food outside in this weather was exhausting, I bet. Yeah, it's so hot now that I don't even want to go outside. It's only the second day, but I want to go home already. How is Noah doing? He's doing great. Almost too well with how energetic he is. He is a growing boy after all. He's been really enjoying school lately. He's getting along great with his friends. I'm glad to hear that. You were saying he really likes his teacher, right? Ms. Addison, right? She seems pretty young to be teaching already. Yeah, I've heard from the other moms that their kids all love her too. She's still in her 20s, but that doesn't hold her back. The other parents really love her too. I really hope she can teach Noah again next year. Me too. I'm always glad if Noah can enjoy his time at school. But he does seem a little lonely since you left. He's been asking me, when will Papa come back? Over and over again. Really? He's really grown lately, but I guess he is still a child at heart. He's the cutest, isn't he? No matter what, he is still our little boy. Tell him that I'll be home as soon as I can. Also, that it's good to have fun at school, but not to give his teacher too much trouble. I'll make sure to tell him. You take care of yourself too, okay? Drink lots of water. Thanks. You too. I know you will take good care of everything while I'm gone. Love you. I'm so sorry for not picking up. We've got a bit of an emergency over here. Where have you been? I've got an emergency to deal with too. Trust me, what I have to deal with is worse. Noah was in a car accident. I'm in the ambulance with his teacher right now. Please come home as soon as you can. Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? There's no time to talk. Just hurry up. No, you hurry up. Where are you? I just told you. I'm riding in an ambulance with Noah's teacher right now. Huh? But you're on a business trip. I cut work short and came home immediately. Why are you there ahead of me? His teacher contacted me to say that he'd been injured. Ms. Addison is sitting right next to me. Why'd she call you ahead of me? The emergency contact is listed as our home number and then me. She couldn't reach you through either, so she had to act fast. She used Noah's phone to contact me. And that's how I heard about Noah. It's a good thing we bought Noah that cell phone. He was pretty upset about not being able to reach you. What about your work? I apologized to my boss and left. It was an emergency. I had no choice. Anyway, where exactly have you been? This sounded like it happened hours ago. How is he in an ambulance? It's just been nothing but questions from you this whole time. What's up with you? Just answer me already. How are you there already when you were away on business? There's no way you could have made it in time to ride in the ambulance with him. What? You don't know anything about what's happening, do you? Noah was already admitted to the hospital hours ago. I went straight to the hospital when I got back. Then why are you in an ambulance right now? We are currently being transferred to a bigger hospital that's better equipped. All right, that makes sense. What's going on with you right now? Why the hell did you lie to me earlier? Where even are you right now? Is Noah okay? He's still unconscious. So, what does that even mean? Please tell me exactly how he's doing. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you more than that. If you want to know, just come here yourself. Where the hell are you when your own son is in critical condition? I was just out of the house for a bit. Today, Noah went to a friend's house right after school. So I thought it would be fine for me to leave the house until I needed to pick him up. Why didn't you just say that then? Why would you bother to lie about it? Were you that worried about me finding out that you'd left the house? Not being able to be there when my child needs me felt like I'd be a failure of a parent. I didn't even notice when I was being so desperately contacted. And so I just said that I was already with him. Miss Addison was calling you repeatedly and you didn't notice for hours. What could you possibly have been doing that you didn't notice that? I'm sorry. I only just now noticed the messages she left. Miss Addison was there at the accident and stayed with Noah the entire time. She's been a huge help. She might even be more reliable than you right now. Please don't get mad at me. The only reason I lied is because I was afraid you'd yell at me. That isn't going to cut it. You tried to hide the fact that you couldn't arrive on time by lying about it. It's almost like you're hiding something from me. I'm not hiding anything. You keep giving me vague answers whenever I try to ask where you even are. It's suspicious, no matter how you look at it. Noah is more important right now. Now isn't the time to hound me over something so stupid. Is that what you think? You're the one who was uncontactable and unlocatable while your own son was hospitalized. Didn't I ask you earlier to take care of everything while I was gone? I am so sorry. I don't need more apologies. Just explain what's going on. I promise I'll explain everything later. Right now, I just need to see my son. I don't know what you're up to, but just hurry up and get here. When exactly do you plan on getting here? How far away did you end up? I'm not coming. What? I don't want to. Cut it out already. Are you trying to get out of explaining yourself to me? I know that no matter what I say, you won't ever forgive me. What are you so terrified of? Our son is fighting for his life as we speak. And yet you won't even be there for him as his damn mother. Me being there won't change what happens. It's best if just you and Miss Addison are there. You're his mother. Miss Addison already had to go back to the school. Both the principal and vice principal came in her place. And yet you refused to come. If I come, you'll just blame me, won't you? You're refusing just because you don't want to be yelled at. Whatever. Don't come then. Don't even bother to come visit him later. No. It's not like I'm not worried sick about him. But you're letting your fear of my anger keep you from even seeing your own son. What kind of mother are you? There's no point in even trying to lecture you at this point. Don't say that. At this rate, it would be better for you to just keep screaming at me. I don't have time to bother with you. I'm gonna call my parents and have them come instead. Just stay wherever you are and don't come back. At this point, I know I can't even count on your help. I was cheating on you. What? I have a lover. I was at an all-inclusive resort with him today. I left my phone behind when I went to the jacuzzi. That's why I didn't pick up. You were away with your lover while your son was hit by a car. You are the biggest scumbag on the face of this earth. I hope you can never look at yourself in the mirror after what you've done. This is exactly why I didn't tell you. You didn't even notice when me and Miss Addison called you repeatedly. How long were you in that damn jacuzzi? 2 or 3 hours. The room has an en-suite bathroom with a jacuzzi, so I could go in and out as much as I want. So, that's what it was. But it's not like you were in the water that whole time. For you to completely forget about your phone. Things must have really heated up with that guy of yours. Once I got out, I saw all the missed calls from Miss Addison. And then I heard the voicemail about Noah's accident. I thought you'd be suspicious if you knew I wasn't at the scene immediately, so I just lied about it. So, the thing you were willing to sacrifice everything to hide was your secret lover? Then you go and be happy together. Okay? Wait! Hold on! I only lied because I didn't want to ruin the life I have with you and Noah. I don't care. I really don't. Why you lied makes absolutely no difference at all. You and I are through. I had no way of knowing that something like this would happen. This couldn't have come at a worse time. Why did this have to happen to our little boy? If his teachers had been watching him properly, this never would have happened. The accident happened after school. It wasn't even on school grounds. You can't blame the teachers for this. That's why I'm so grateful to Miss Addison for rushing to Noah's side. But if Miss Addison had been with him that whole time, maybe the accident could have been fully avoided. Stop trying to push the blame on her. That will come after the police and school staff convene about the incident. For now, we have to deal with your whole mess. How long have you been sleeping with this guy? About 2 years now. How old is he? 22. That's pretty young. You've been meeting him while I was at work and Noah at school. So, you've been going behind our backs from the very beginning. I messed up, okay? You sure did. Unluckily for you, I'm not so big-hearted that I can forgive something like this. I'll get on my knees if I have to. I'll do whatever you say. So, please, just forgive me. In that case, I'll have you sign the divorce papers for me. Once Noah recovers, I want you gone. Please, just give me one more chance. Haven't I been a good wife to you this whole time? That's completely irrelevant now. The whole time we've been married, you haven't worked once. Why bring that up now? I was just wondering whose money you used to go on that spa trip. It certainly wasn't the money you earned from your non-existent job. Well, Don't tell me you've been using my money to mess around with your lover. Where did you even meet a guy so young? He's from an escort agency. He works at an upscale club on the side, and I'd always request him to serve me. You hired an escort. Just when I thought you couldn't get any lower. Where did you get that kind of money? You didn't dip into our savings, did you? I'm so sorry. We were saving that money for Noah's education. You used that for your affair. I was scared that he'd abandon me if I didn't keep spending money on him. In the place where he works, they won't even pay attention to you unless you order the expensive stuff. Do you think I care about that? You cheated on me and stole from our savings. There's no going back. I'm going to tell your parents about this too. Wait, let me talk to them first. If I let you do it, you'll probably just keep lying to them. So I better do it. I promise I'll tell them the truth. Who do you think I am? A backstabbing cheater. A filthy liar. A worthless woman. Okay, I get it. You want to get rid of me, don't you? Well, it's the same here. A younger, more handsome boy is better for me anyway. I don't need you. Great. Then we're in agreement then. And just so you know, you're going to have to still pay child support after this. And you better believe I'll be speaking with my lawyer to try and sue you for every possible thing I can. Fine. I'll get you your money. Oh yeah? From where? You haven't worked in ages. Even if you work yourself to death, it will only cover child support and living expenses. You won't have money left for luxuries. Don't think that you'll be able to keep living how you are now. Still, I'll figure something out. Where the hell is all this confidence coming from? My lover is kind and caring. He treats me like I'm his princess. He made me remember all the thrills of being in love. With him, I know that I can live a happy life. So I don't care if you abandon me. How long do you think he will keep getting clients? After he quits being an escort, where will the money come from? Have you even talked about the future with this guy? No, but I don't need to. He'll support me. How do you know that he wasn't just sticking with you for the money? I wonder if a guy like that would really be willing to support you. You don't know anything about him. You're right. I don't. But still, it was just an affair. If it was real, you wouldn't have to always spend so much money on him. You aren't even really dating. You're just client and escort. Then what do you suggest I even do? If you're going to throw me away, who am I supposed to live with? Just go and live with your parents? There's no way you can afford to live on your own. Once they know I cheated, they'll cut me off for sure. You know how my dad is. All right then. I don't know what to tell you. Live in the park. I don't care. There's one thing we have to decide on still. Even if we split up, you'll still let me see Noah, right? If Noah wants to see you, then I'll let him. But once Noah is a little older, I'll explain to him what you did to us. And after that, I'll respect his wishes on what he wants to do. What are you saying? You intend to drive me and Noah apart? How dare you take a child from his mother? Noah is my reason for living. It doesn't matter what you say. You are the one who betrayed us in the first place. Don't try to act like such a loving mother when you won't even come see him in the hospital. You have no right to even call yourself a mother. I get it. I'll come see him now. It's better if I come, right? Nah, don't bother. There are still things that I can do for my son. You let some guy distract you from caring about your own son. What exactly can you do for him after that? You can't be trusted with anything after you fail to protect him. That night, my son finally regained consciousness. My wife still didn't show up until 3 whole days later. I ignored her, knowing she was only here as an excuse. I focused fully on taking care of my son. Once Noah was able to return to school, me and Michelle got divorced. I wanted to split up earlier, but I thought it would just make things worse if Noah's mother disappeared while he was still recovering. After our divorce, it seems like Michelle tried to get help from her lover, but just as expected, he rejected her. Really, she was just a piggyback to him. I don't think he was interested in a homeless woman saddled with child support and court fees. Noah didn't have any lasting complications from the accident and returned to his happy school life. On top of everything, Noah was lucky enough to get Ms. Addison again for a teacher for a 2nd year in a row. After Noah left the hospital, she made sure to help him with all his late schoolwork. And when I had to explain everything to Noah, she gave him emotional support too. She even worried about how I was doing. She would ask how I was, if I had been getting enough rest. When I got that letter from her, I ended up crying from how overwhelmed I was. I guess it was like I had been hurt too by everything that happened. She is someone that me and my son are both deeply indebted to.
Hey, Daniel, are you at home yet?
Oh, Dad, you know that on Tuesdays I don't get back until late because I have my film club.
Your what? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I need you to get home like now. I've got a delivery coming and I need you to sign for it.
I can't, Dad. I'm working on a pretty big project at the moment. Can't you just have Mickey sign for it? He should be at home by now.
Can't. He and I are out of the minute, so I need you to do this. It's an important package. It's a new watch that I'm gonna give your brother when he wins the championship game in a few months. It's really expensive, so I don't want the delivery guy to just leave it on the porch. You know where there are loads of idiots who'd steal the thing if they saw it.
A new watch? Seriously, just for winning a football game?
It's not just a football game. This is a really important game for him that could determine his whole career. Obviously he's gonna win. I mean, he's the best. And the best only deserves the best gifts, which is why I got him a Gucci watch.
What the hell, Dad? Those can be thousands of dollars. How could you spend that much? We don't even have that kind of money.
Relax, I got it on a payment plan. Besides, it's my money, so I'll do what I want with it.
Fine. Whatever.
Okay, well, make sure you get home quickly. The tracking app says the delivery guy could turn up from 4 p.m. until 10 p.m. I need you to not leave the house between those times.
Look, I'll do my best to get back on time, but I'm busy too, you know? I'm currently in the middle of directing a pretty big film, and me and my team are actually going to send it off to an independent film festival to see if we can get recognized. Even if we don't, it should provide us a way in to meet important people in the film industry, so I can't just drop everything and go home, okay?
I don't have time to read all that. Just get home.
Why can't you go home if it's so important to you?
Well, me and Mickey are currently at a spa, and then we're going for dinner at that new steakhouse. We won't be back in time for the delivery.
Hang on, you're at a spa? And you're going to the new steakhouse? The one that I've been telling you that I've wanted to go to for weeks now? But you said it was too expensive?
Yeah, well, Mickey needs the best treatments and food to make sure he's ready for his upcoming game. If recruiters show up, then he might even get a free ride to college. I'd have invited you to come with us, but Mickey said that you stress him out too much, which isn't good for his mental health if he wants to focus and win the game.
Right. The game that isn't for another few weeks yet. That game?
Run-up to the game is just as important as the match itself. You'd understand that if you actually put some effort into something important instead of messing around in your little club.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel, Dad.
Oh, you know what I meant. Just make sure you get back home in time. You need to go now if you're gonna make it, as it's a 10-minute drive from the school to the house as it is.
You might need to contact the delivery guy. I'm busy at the moment and probably won't make it back.
Ugh. Why can't you be more helpful like your brother?
Well, if he's so helpful, you can send him back to sign for the delivery.
You know that neither of us can do that.
Then maybe you should have sorted out delivery on a day that you'd be home.
Whatever, I'll sort it out. I can't ask you for help with anything.
Actually, I'm happy to help as long as I'm able to, but at the minute, I'm doing something that's incredibly important to me. And not that you care, so I can't just drop it and go home just to sit around and wait for a delivery. And just for your information, I do pretty much all of the chores at home, including the ones that Mickey's supposed to do, so I actually help out a lot.
Well, that doesn't mean anything if you won't help out when it's important. Doing chores really isn't that big of a deal.
Okay then, I'll keep that in mind when Mickey's dishes are laying around. Anyways, gotta go, and good luck with your delivery.
Oi, Dad told me that you were really unhelpful earlier. Why do you have to be like that? It's really annoying and petty. Just because you're jealous?
Jealous? Of what?
Of me, of course. Because I'm Dad's favorite.
Oh, that. I'm really not jealous of that.
Oh, please, you hate the fact that Dad spoils me and lets me do whatever I want, so long as I do well in my football games. It bugs you beyond belief that he doesn't care about what you do and never pays attention to you. Just admit it.
Well, it's not the best feeling in the world, but hey, I'm used to it. I don't need someone constantly holding my hand and telling me I'm doing good. Unlike some people.
Are you saying that I can't deal with things on my own?
Your words, not mine.
You know, I should tell Dad you said that. He'll have you doing all the chores in the house.
I already do all the chores in the house.
Whatever. Oh yeah, the steakhouse was really nice. Some of the best steaks I've ever had. Too bad you'll never be able to have them yourself.
Touching how you care about my well-being. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll be able to save up and buy myself some with the money from my job.
As if. Only winners deserve food like that. You're nothing but a nerdy loser who won't get anywhere in life. Honestly, you should have followed in my footsteps and gotten into sports. You wouldn't have been as good as me, but at least then Dad would have been proud of you. At the moment, he just thinks that you're a loser too.
Is there an actual reason that you've messaged me, or are you simply trying to annoy me with your constant prattle?
I don't even know what you mean when you speak all fancy like that. In case you haven't noticed, we're not rich. You don't need to talk like you are.
What do you want, Mickey?
I need you to hide something in your room for me.
No.
You don't even know what it is.
What is it?
I can't tell you.
Then no.
Why not?
because I'm not about to get involved with whatever sketchy thing you've got going on now. Don't think I don't know about your little side business.
What are you on about?
I know you sell drugs, Mick. You're not exactly the best at keeping secrets or keeping them hidden.
You've been snooping in my room?
I don't have to when you leave suspicious little syringes all over the house.
That wasn't me, that was Dylan. We had a little party the other weekend when Dad and you weren't here.
I don't care. I'm not hiding illegal things in my room simply because you want me to.
I'll tell Dad you're hindering me from doing my best in my football games, and then he'll make you do something way worse than hiding a measly little bag in your room. Besides, you're acting like they're hardcore drugs. It's only a bit of steroids to help me with football. Everyone does it.
Not everyone. There are actually some honest athletes out there.
Not really. At least not in my team.
So you all take steroids?
Pretty much.
Wow. Well, thanks for letting me know. Now I know not to cheer for you at the games.
Whatever. You can get down off your high horse. You'd do the same if you were in my shoes. It's really high pressure, so I need all the help I can get. But you wouldn't know about high pressure.
I'm guessing Dad doesn't know about your little pre-game ritual then? If you want me to hide the stuff in my room, that is.
Of course not. He would think that it's cheating. I don't want to risk being the black sheep of the family. It really looks like it sucks to be you.
Yeah, you don't say.
So, you need to hide these in your room. That way if Dad finds them, at least he can't be more disappointed in you than he already is.
You know what? Okay, you can put them in my room.
Great.
Hey Jim, I think I've just found a new story for our film, which will definitely get us noticed.
Oh?
What's that then? An expose.
About what?
Steroids in high school sports. I've even already got some evidence to put into it.
Well, let's get to it then. The festival's not far off.
Hey, Dad, when does Mickey's game start?
I think it starts at about 6 this evening.
Great, I just wanted to make sure I got there on time.
You're coming to support him?
Yeah, it's his big game after all. I was even gonna film it. I'm making a sort of documentary, so I wanted to get some action. I'm gonna submit the film to the school online, as well as at the film festival.
Yeah, whatever. Just make sure you send a copy to me and Mickey. That way we can send it to all the recruiters. Your brother will be sure to get noticed then.
Oh, don't worry, everyone will see the video. Mickey will definitely get noticed. Hey, Dad, did you see my film? I sent you a copy like you asked. Lots of other people have seen it too.
No, I've not had time to watch it.
You might want to watch it before you send it to the recruiters. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I've already sent it off because it shows your brother playing. And that's the only important thing, really.
Ah well, don't say I didn't warn you. I don't think Mickey's gonna be getting any offers anytime soon, though.
What?
Watch the video, Dad. You'll be very surprised.
What have you done? I can't believe you'd actually do something like this.
I see you watched the video. Quite shocking, isn't it? To think that Mickey would be doing that?
What? Obviously he hasn't actually done that. You've just made it up to make him look bad.
Dad, I've actually got him on camera taking steroids, along with most of his teammates. I've not done anything other than expose his cheating.
But now what is he gonna do? No one will want him on their team after they've seen this.
Well, if he needs to take steroids to be on a team, then maybe he's just not as good at football as you thought he was. The truth can really hurt, can it? Especially when your favorite son is the one who's messed up.
After what you've done, don't think I'll be talking to you.
Sounds good to me. I continued to live with my dad and my brother for the rest of the year, but it wasn't so bad as neither of them bothered me much. I ended up winning the best expose film in the festival though, and received $1,000 in prize money. And some important industry professionals even contacted me, offering to give me an internship. I start in September. As for Mickey, well, he and his other teammates who got caught doing steroids were kicked from the team. No one else wanted to sign them either, due to their cheating. Mickey barely passed high school with his failing grades, and as far as I know, he's currently unemployed and living with my dad still. I wonder if he's still the favorite after all. Some people have called me mean for doing what I did. However, by exposing Mickey for his drug use, the high school began to take drug testing more seriously for its sports teams, resulting in happier and healthier players, along with favoring those with actual talent instead of those who simply cheated their way to victory. So I think it was a lesson very much needed for Mickey and the school,